Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. You know, when you scroll through your feed and a behind-the-scenes moment just feels like it transports you someplace. That's what happened recently when Andrew Walker shared his grand Ole Opry experience. It's not just a Hallmark promotion. There's something electric in watching an actor step into a space so full of musical history and bring the audience along with him. He posted snapshots and clips from his guest announcer moment on the Opry stage, and fans got this peek behind the curtain of a crossover moment that blends country music tradition and Hallmark holiday storytelling. What he shared is more than just photos. It's a vibe, a sense of presence in that storied venue. And what makes that more special is that it's being tied to a Hallmark holiday film, A Grand Ole Opry Christmas, where the story involves music, legacy, time, and emotion. The film invites audiences into a journey across generations, connecting the past and present in the way that Christmas films often do. So let's walk through what this crossover moment means, not just as a fun piece of fan content, but as a bridge between genres, between storytelling mediums, and between audience communities. What struck me first is how Walker's post doesn't feel like a carefully curated promotional stunt. It feels personal. His voice, in his captions and in the clips, carries genuine awe. He gives thanks to his Hallmark family, to the cast, to the artists, to the fans. He acknowledges that sharing it with new and familiar faces from all over the US and even Canada made it all the richer. That kind of acknowledgement tells you he sees this as more than a role. He sees it as a moment worth celebrating. The Opry in itself is a symbol of country music's legacy, of stages where icons performed, where voices grew, where generations listened and responded. And Hallmark, on the holiday side, is a brand built on emotional connection, tradition, and delivering stories that feel safe, warm, and meaningful. Bring those together, iconic country music heritage and holiday narrative, and you've planted the seeds for something that resonates beyond just a promotional crossing of lines. Walker's backstage photos show him interacting, listening, and absorbing the environment. You see other actors like Nikki DeLoach, Christopher Polaha, Sharon Lawrence, James Denton, Hallmark mainstays, milling about, chatting with musicians, getting immersed. You sense a kind of synergy. Artists and actors, music and narrative, all in one space. One clip overlaid audio from the Opry announcement, and as he stood at the mic introducing Tiger Lily, you feel the weight of that moment. Because you know the Opry stage is hallowed ground. Even before the film airs, this behind the scenes gives fans a front row seat into the magic of what's to come. From the Hallmark side, A Grand Ole Opry Christmas is an ambitious project. The story centers around Gentry Wade, daughter of a late country icon, returning to the Opry's centennial celebration and being mysteriously transported back to 1995, where she connects with her father and rediscovers her musical voice. The film features a large roster of country artists in cameo roles: Bill Anderson, Brad Paisley, Daly and Vincent, Jamie Johnson, Mickey Guyton, Pam Tillis, and more. That alone signals how much Hallmark wants to lean into authenticity, musical credibility, and crossover appeal. So this moment with Walker is part of a larger narrative, a piece of the scaffolding that builds excitement, trust, and connection. It's not just Hallmark actors doing a Christmas movie with music, but Hallmark actors entering a realm of musical history. The energy in Walker's BTS posts is the bridge. What does this mean for audiences? For one, fans of country music may be drawn into Hallmark's holiday world who might otherwise not tune in. Meanwhile, Hallmark's established audience gets a credible entree into the country music world through artists and through setting. It's a cross-pollination of fan bases, grounded in genuine respect for both sides. One exciting layer is how crossover moments like this can shift the conversation around genre silos, that an actor known for romantic holiday films isn't just stepping into a musical gift wrap, but entering a musical institution. It reflects a broader trend, audience appetite for authentic collaborations, for breaking down walls between acting world and music world, for more integrated storytelling. In interviews, Hallmark has noted that this year's countdown to Christmas includes new collaborations, including the Opry partnership. So Walker's BTS moment is one early overture. It sets tone, It primes expectations. It gives a narrative to talk about. This isn't just a Christmas movie. It's one that taps into tradition. It's one where music matters. And that frames audience anticipation differently. Let's pause to consider how fans consume behind-the-scenes content today. In the era of social media, audiences expect glimpses behind the curtain. These teasers become part of how fans build emotional connection. So when Walker shares moments like adjusting the mic, backstage smiles, greeting guests, that does more work than just promo copy. It builds intimacy. I was there. I felt something. You were part of that feeling. That's powerful marketing through storytelling. Also, by acknowledging the broader cast and the musical lineup, Walker doesn't center himself arrogantly. He shares credit. He shares the spotlight. That humility resonates in fan communities, making the crossover feel inclusive rather than top-down. He wrote, "Thank you to all the new and familiar faces, sharing the day with my Hallmark Channel family. What an honor." That shared gratitude invites fans to feel they're part of the celebration. Another interesting piece is how this moment teases the emotional stakes of the film. Because A Grand Ole Opry Christmas leans heavily on themes of reconnecting with family, letting go of regret, rediscovering music lost to pain, and seeing the past through fresh eyes. The BTS content doesn't fulfill those emotional beats, but it gestures toward them. It says, this movie cares about music. It cares about legacy. It wants you to feel that weight. And here's a preview of that feeling. From a structural perspective, having someone like Walker be the announcer on stage solidifies the bridge. He's both an insider and visitor in that space. His presence frames the event as momentous. When he introduces musical acts, he gives them stage. He becomes conduit. That's a smart narrative choice, both in film and in real-life social media rollout. Let me walk through a hypothetical audience response arc based on this moment. A Hallmark fan sees Walker's post and thinks, oh, he's doing something with music this time. Then they see the list of country artist cameos. Then they see more BTS from musicians, rehearsal clips, and ultimately snippets from the film with singing emotional scenes. The musical credibility builds gradually. The film's promotional curve is layered. And fans of country music might begin saying, okay, I'll tune in this one time. Meanwhile, Hallmark loyalists might gain more respect for the musical side. Now, you can critique. Is this kind of crossover always seamless? Sometimes it feels forced or like a gimmick. But in this case, because the Opry is part of the film's premise and many of the artists are directly involved, it doesn't feel like a bolt-on. It feels built in. The line between promotional content and narrative content blurs. And that's where crossover moments can succeed. One risk, of course, is overhyping. If BTS reveals too much, or if expectations get set too high, the final product must deliver. If fans watch Walker introduce the music act, then hear a shallow musical scene in the movie, there will be dissonance. But Walker's content gives a taste, not the full flavor. That's smart restraint. Another potential pitfall is audience mismatch. Some Hallmark viewers may not connect with heavy musical scenes. Some country fans may not be emotionally invested in holiday romantic plots. The success of this crossover depends on the film's ability to balance both worlds, music and narrative, without pandering. Now, as the film's premiere approaches, it's set for November 29, 2025 at August 7th. See on Hallmark, the momentum is building. The BTS posts become part of the storyline. The audience doesn't just wait for the movie. They already feel invested. When they see Walker's earlier photos, they'll recall, I was there in spirit too. And when a musical moment hits in the film, they'll feel they have context. One last thought. The BTS moment also gives room for fan content, discussion, speculation. Who is backstage with whom? Which music act does Walker introduce? What moments will make it into the film? It becomes a social media conversation. And that amplifies reach. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.